Grand Rise. Grand Rise, everyone. I'm here. I'm here. I'm just waiting to see if someone is going to come in the room. I have my coffee. I have my water this morning. Been up for a little while, just doing a little studying. So I said, well, since I was doing a little reading, I'll come in and share it with you guys, with my guys and goddesses this morning, my beautiful people. hmm So we'll wait a few minutes. We'll see if someone is going to come in the room. If not, we'll go ahead and we'll get started with our topic for today. Today is Wednesday, December the 14th, 2022, and I am Goddess of Light Magee. This is my YouTube channel. I would appreciate it if you would give me a like when you come into the room, or you can give me a like, and you can subscribe to my channel and make sure you hit the notification bell, the one that says all. That way, whenever I go live, excuse me, let me take this Bluetooth off. Take my Bluetooth off. Whenever I go live or whatever I do on my channel, you will be here for it. Let me turn it up a little bit so you all can hear me. Hopefully, you can hear me. Yeah, make sure you subscribe to my channel. And like I said, hit that notification bell. There's one on there that says all, and it's all shaded in. Hit that. That way, whenever I go live, you will not miss any of my videos. So yes, it's early morning. It's about 6:20 here where I am. I don't know what time zone you might be in, but it's early and it's still raining. It rained all night. I did get a chance to record on my live last night a little bit of the thunder and rain, and it's still raining. So I just thought I'd come in and share what I was doing while I was up this morning. And we'll give it a few more minutes, see if someone comes in the room, and then we'll get started, okay, with our topic for today. Okay, well, whoever comes in, they can catch the replay. We'll go ahead and get started. What I was up studying and doing a little research on was the word spiritualist. Spiritualist, spiritualist. You know, a lot of people say they are spiritual, they are not religious, they are spiritual. And I wanted to see what a spiritualist, what exactly was a spiritualist, because I am spiritual. I consider myself a spiritualist, or I'm spiritual, or whatever. I don't adhere to any religions, none. I don't follow any specific belief or dogma, as far as religion, like Christianity, Islam, anything like that. I don't follow any of those religions. Okay. Um, but I do consider myself um, to be spiritual. Okay, let's go ahead and look up the word spiritual, excuse me, and exactly what does it mean. Okay, well, here is what is another word for spiritualist. Another word for spiritualist: a medium, mystic, a seer, a psychic, clairvoyant, a channeler, a diviner, a shaman, to channel, and a spiritualist. Okay. All right, let's see. Is spirituality a religion? Let's check that out. Spirituality and religion can be hard to tell apart, but there are some pretty defined differences between the two. Religion is a specific set of organized beliefs and practices, usually shared by a community or group. Spirituality is more of an individual practice. That that's me, individual practice, and has to do with having a sense of peace and purpose. That is exactly, that describes me to a T. I want to have a sense of peace and a purpose in this life. I don't want to follow the crowd or follow the masses. I am just me, and I just, you know, do things to make me happy, do things that keep me at peace, not following what someone else is doing and let others lead the way for me. I don't need anyone telling me you can't do this, you can't do that. You're supposed to be doing this, you're supposed to be doing that. If you don't do it this way, you're gonna go to hell. If you do it this way, uh, you're wrong. All those different things. They put labels on you. So I don't really get into all of that religious mumbo jumbo. Is what I call it. Hold on, you guys. I gotta go get my charger. My phone battery is going down. I am so sorry. I'll be right back. I'm back. I had to go and get my charger. Y'all give me a few minutes so I can charge my phone. I hate when that happens. I'll be in the middle of doing a live and then my battery on my phone goes down. Let's see. Hold on. Charge my phone up real quick. I'll put it on the charger up. Okay, here I come. Here I come. And we'll continue where I left off at and get this phone on the charger, honey. Okay. All right, like I was saying, I don't follow any religions or their dogma. I don't follow the masses. I do what makes me happy, what keeps me at peace. And if it's not of peace, I don't want anything to do with it. I follow a positive, peaceful way of living, not what someone else tells me to do or how someone else tells me I should live. I am a free spirit, and I've always known that, but I still try to fit in and follow other religions and follow the crowd, the masses, and do what I was told to do from a child. I was brought up in Christianity as a child, and that's what most of us, the way most of us were brought up in the church with rulers and leaders over us. And some of us have grown beyond that. Some of us have had spiritual awakenings where we've grown out of that. We've moved away from that, and we've moved into uh, things that keep us happy and things that keep us on a positive road, things that keep us balanced in our life and things that make us happy. You know, following the masses can be because I know when I was following the masses, I found myself just what they call so-called repenting every day, all through the day because I was afraid of going to hell. I was afraid that I was making a mistake or I was sinning or I wasn't doing everything right that I was supposed to be doing throughout the day. And I would just be repenting all day long. Lord, forgive me, forgive me, forgive me, forgive me. And it just came too much from my mind. It just came too much. It was too much. It's too much anxiety, too much some depression, anxiety, all of that I had to go through. And once I had that spiritual awakening, it's like bloop, all of that just left. That one day it just bloop, and I started on another path, a path that turned my whole life around. And I am now at peace. I am happy. I am so peaceful to finally find me and to be me, what I was brought into this world to be. I found out that I was not born to have a person control me. I was not placed here to be under anyone's rule. I am a free spirit and I have to be free. I have to just do me. And I found that being free and doing me is so peaceful. You guys would not understand it. It is so peaceful. But until you have a spiritual awakening, I don't think you'll be able to break the bonds, the bounds of religion. The chain is heavy and it's hard to break on your own because I tried so many times. I was going back and forth from religion to just want to be me, from this religion to that religion to this church. So many churches. I went to so many churches, different churches, and I just I was searching, and it was just not there until I had that spiritual awakening. Well, I don't know what happened. I think I had a shift in my brain, and when I had that shift, my eyes open. Some people say your third eye might be open, and I believe that my third eye opened, and I could see the world for what it really was, and I could see everything, everybody, to see people that, what's the other word they had on there? A seer, or a psychic, or whatever, that you could see through people. You could see the real them, and they don't know that. And then by me being an empath, I found that I'm an empath also, which means I can feel other spirits and the way they feel, or if they lying to me, or I could just feel them. So I know that I am definitely a spiritualist, and I follow the way of I follow spirituality and not religion. Let's go ahead on and talk about what does the Bible say about spirituality. So the Bible speaks of spirituality, but we know that the Bible was written by man, and anything that man does or touch, we know is going to have some flaws to it. So I don't really adhere to um, man's doing or whatever. But I'll go ahead and I'll read it. Biblical spirituality means to be born of God. John 1, 12 through 13, John 3, 5 through 8, 1 John 4 and 7. To be changed by the grace of Jesus Christ. Spirituality means to be changed by the grace of Jesus Christ. Romans 12, 1 through 2. Surrendered and obedient to the Spirit, living according to the Spirit, Romans 8, 4 through 11, and consequently empowered by the Spirit to draw others to find life in the Spirit. When they're talking about the Spirit here, they're talking about the Holy Spirit, not so much as spirituality the way I am defining it. Okay, all right, we're going to go on and see, get another meaning for spirituality. Okay, spirituality involves, it's raining, you guys. I don't know if you can hear the thunder. I don't know if you can hear the thunder. It sounds so good. Oh my goodness. It's thundering and it's raining. I gotta light me a candle. I don't want to turn the light on, so I'm just light one of these little bitty candles and I'll let it burn. Let me see. Oh, hold on, y'all. Hold on. I'm gonna light a candle. It's daylight. The light is coming through the blinds, but it's not quite all the way bright. But I'm gonna light a candle. Let's see if I can light me a little candle while I sit here and discuss spirituality. If I can get it lit. Come on, candle. Okay, now I got my little candle right here. I like to burn my candles. And this is a scented candle, so it's going to be smelling good in just a few minutes. Okay. All right, sorry about that. What spirituality means. Let's get another definition here. Spirituality involves the recognizing of a feeling of, or sense or belief that there is something greater than myself, something more to being human than sensory experience, and that the greater whole of which we are part is cosmic or divine in nature. That's true. There is something above us. There is a higher being, a higher, I call it my higher self, okay, or the creator. I don't really give things labels like, okay, it's God, or, because there's so many, if you use the word God, there's so many gods. And how do you know you're serving the right one? And people say, well, I'm serving the one that's in the Bible, the Abrahamic God, the Abrahamic religion. How do you know? How do you know that? How do you really know? Answer that question. Okay, let's talk about, uh, we don't want to talk about spiritualism. Uh, okay, let's see. Let's go to, now he's talking about spiritualism, which is sort of the same. Okay, let's answer this question. Is spirituality the same as faith? Okay, it says, while faith is grounded within an individual, spirituality and religion are dynamic. They have motion. In other words, there is not a threshold that one can or should attain with either one. Rather, individuals ebb and flow along the spirituality and or religion continuums. I don't understand that too much. I don't know what that is. Okay. Hmm. Okay, we're gonna go on and let's get, hold on. I'm just gonna put in spirituality, not spiritualists. We're gonna do spirituality. Let's try spirituality. Okay, spirituality the quality of being concerned with the human spirit or soul as opposed to material or physical things. The shift in priorities allows us to embrace our spirituality in a more profound way. That sounds good. Okay, we read that one already. Okay, what are some examples of spirituality? Spirituality is the broad concept of a belief in something beyond the self. Some examples of how people get in touch with their own spirituality includes breath work, which I do a lot of that, meditation or quiet time, I do a lot of that, New Age spirituality, that's just a label that they're labeling it. Prayer, I do a lot of that. Service to their community, spending time in nature, does all of that. Spiritual retreats and yoga. Those are just some examples of how people get in touch with their own spirituality. Not by following a set of religions, okay? Let's go down to the belief. Spirituality involves exploring certain universal themes. Wait, let me move this candle back some. I'm just trying to go out. Okay. Ooh, hot. Okay. Spirituality involves exploring certain universal themes: love, compassion, altruism, life after death, wisdom, and truth, with the knowledge that some people, such as saints or enlightened individuals, have achieved and manifested higher levels of development than an ordinary person. That's pretty much saying like your third eye is open. Uh, there, you, what can I say? Your third eye is open. You're conscious, rather than walking around like a zombie, walking around, living your life and like a having a facade. You're living, but you're not living your true self. You're walking around being what other people want you to be, not being your true self, which is to reach higher consciousness, which I have been enlightened, and I have reached my higher consciousness. My third eye is open. Okay. All right, let's go on and we'll finish it up. Spirituality versus religion, and that will finish it up. Okay. Uh, we read that religion versus spirituality, the difference between them. Let's go and read that. Okay, according to the chapter, let's see what this is. Okay, this is from the website Chopra, CHOPRA.com. This is an article they written on their website, and it's listed under meditation, but it also has the topic religion versus spirituality, the difference between them. Okay, you may have heard or even used the terms religion and spirituality interchangeably. But while they aren't diametric opposites, neither are the same. Learn how to tell the difference between religion and spirituality. For thousands of years, humanity has passionately pursued the truth with the capital T, the ultimate answers to life and the universe. The perennial knowledge constitutes the answers to what are often called soul questions. Who am I? Right, this is what spirituality is about. So many questions. Who am I? What do I want? What is my purpose? What is the meaning of life? Historically, from the perspective of the soul, there have been two foundational routes to discover these truths: religion and spirituality. Although they have many similarities and there is a relationship between the two, there are differences between religion and spirituality. Okay, let's look at religion. Religion, by definition, religion is a personal set of institutionalized systems of religious attitudes, beliefs, and practices, the service and worship of God or the supernatural. Okay, spirituality. Spirituality, on the other hand, connotates, wait a minute, how did this connotes? Connotes and, I don't know the word, Connotes, whatever it is, an experience or connection to something larger than you, living everyday life in a reverent and sacred manner. Or as Christina Puchalski, MD, leader in trying to incorporate spirituality into healthcare, puts it, spirituality is the aspect of humanity that refers to the way individuals seek and express meaning and purpose and the way they experience their connectedness to the moment, to self, to others, to nature, and to the significant or sacred. Okay. Let's go get the origins and we'll wrap it up. Origin of religions and spirituality. Let me get a little coffee, y'all. A little water. Sorry for popping my mouth. Okay, religion. The origin of religions and spirituality. Religion. Religions are most often based upon the lives, teachings, and belief of a historical or archetypical figure. For example, Christ, Buddha, Moses, Krishna, Muhammad. The details of their lives as holy or highly evolved beings have been carried to us across the mists of times through oral tradition and written scriptures. These figures are the subject of worship and devotion and form the foundation of religious practices and rituals in a community. Spirituality. By contrast, spirituality is more often based upon the practical application of the founder's teachings. Spiritual aspirants heed the advice of Japanese poet Matsu Basho. Do not seek to follow. Listen very well, you guys. This is a great quote, and this is something that I definitely live by. Do not seek to follow in the footsteps of the wise. Seek what they sought. Do you hear that? Do not seek to follow in the footsteps of the wise. Seek what they sought. Okay, let that stick and figure that out. Okay, the lines blur. If you feel these definitions get blurry and cross into each other's territory, you're not alone. For example, you may know people who consider themselves spiritual but not religious. Conversely, there can be individuals who are devoutly religious but are not what most would consider deeply spiritual. Let's try to clear things up by taking a closer look at the most defining differences between religious and spiritual paths. Bear in mind that there is no absolute in these distinctions. Keep that in mind. They are merely general markers meant to better explore the qualities between two equally valid approaches to seeking the truth. Objective versus subjective experience. Religion on the whole, a form of religion is often an objective experience. Let's read that again. Religion. On the whole, a form of religion is often an objective experience. In other words, there is usually a greater focus on the externals. Houses of worship, for example, a church, books of scriptures, eternal rights, ob- observance. This is the equivalent of objective referral in which your attention is placed upon the objects in your